am Gemma McQueen. I am the team leader for Team Thermofans, which is the team of beautiful Thermomix consultants on the north, mid-north, north coast, out to Tamworth, all around of New South Wales. I am tonight joined by Nat, Hannah and Joe, who are also Thermomix consultants, Casino, Yamba, Palmer's Island. And Joe's actually a team leader of our Clarence Valley team as well. So welcome everybody. We do have a few people that had some questions tonight that were going to catch the replay. So I am filming my side of this and we will stop the recording at the end. So if there's any questions that you want to ask at the end that you don't want on the recording, just leave it till the end. But other than that, you can chime in, ask questions in the chat, or just come off mute and ask me anything as we go as well. Okay, so let's get going. Everyone can hear me. We're all good. The waiting room's empty, Shane. Excellent, rightio. So before we get started, we always start with what's included with the Thermomix. And that was actually someone's question tonight. Which bits do you get in the Thermomix? So I was like, oh gosh, that's an easy one. I'll answer that one straight up. So everything that you see here on the screen is included in the price of the Thermomix, and it is $2,649. Now we do have lots of payment options available, and I will talk about them towards the end of the demo as well. But at the moment, there's actually no extra accessories that you can even buy for the TM7. So when you get the package of the TM7, you've got everything that you need, and you've actually got everything that is available. So that's a win at the moment, because I haven't made the extra bits and pieces yet. So they will be coming in the new year, we are told. No, you better not shut down. Rightio. So this is the TM7. And tonight we're actually making the mushroom risotto, which is a absolute crowd favorite. The mushroom risotto has always been good in the Thermomix. So even back when we had TM31s, which was the original Thermomix that first came to Australia, the mushroom risotto was restaurant quality, and it has only just got better and better with the improvements of the machines as well. So Shane, I'm going to go to the screen now. Oh, I've got my screen on here now. Excellent. I can't read that, Shane. You're going to have to make it bigger, darling. Oh, sorry, Anne, you're right. Anne, I think you need to be a consultant, because you are correct. The blade cover peeler actually does fit the TM7. So you technically could add a blade cover peeler if you wanted. Sorry? Oh. And sorry, no, it doesn't come with it, but yes, it does fit it. There you go. Sorry. That was clear as mud, wasn't it? I can hardly read this little writing, I tell you. I've never felt over 40 more than when I try to read this little writing here on this screen. Anyway. Excellent. Thank you, Joe. It's sometimes good to ask the questions out loud anyway, because people on the replay don't get to see the chat box. So if it's something good, yell it out at me, Joe. So anyway, so mushroom risotto, restaurant quality risotto in like less than 20 minutes. As you can see here on the screen, go back to the screen for me, Rigo. As you can see here, when I start my Thermomix, I've actually got the recipe that I'm going to cook today come up first. So there's a few different views that you can have on the front screen of your Thermomix. And I actually like this one the best, because when I turn it on, the recipe I'm going to cook that I've planned for today is right there, and it's like one click and I'm into cooking. So because I've made a meal plan, and I've actually told the Thermomix and Cookidoo that this is what we're cooking today, it's right there. It's already the step-by-step instructions are already on my Thermomix. Now, when I talk about the built-in recipes or the guided recipes, that's in what we call Cookidoo, and we will talk about that a little bit later as well. So here's my mushroom risotto recipe. I'm just going to hit start, but if I wanted to, if I'm someone that likes to get like all the ingredients out of the cupboard and fridge and whatever before I start, I can actually scroll up and it tells me all the ingredients. I could have a look at the prep steps. I could have a look at any tips or anything like that about this recipe as well when I'm here. Or if I'm just a wing it kind of person, I could just hit start and then just grab the ingredients as I go as well. Which when I'm upstairs cooking, I'm definitely a wing it and grab stuff as I go person. When I'm down here, I have everything on my little tray here and I'm really organized. Radio. So I'm just going to now just follow my instructions and start doing this mushroom risotto. So the first thing we're going to do is grate some Parmesan cheese. So we just buy a block of Parmesan cheese and we can just chuck that in. I'll just tear that back to 0. It doesn't really matter if I've gone a bit over or under on the Parmesan because this is just for my garnishing my risotto. So I've popped that in and I'm going to go next. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tick and then go next. I still am not quite used to ticking. And now I'm going to grate this for 10 seconds on speed 10. And I just hit play. So it already sets that for me. Great. And now it's singing, going da 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 da. You ready? Thank you. And we will grab that Parmesan cheese out of there. And as you can see, I don't know if you can, there you go. You can see that that's all powdery. Oh, thanks, Shane. Where are we? There we go. All nice and powdery and grated. And I'm just going to grab the rest of that out of that bowl. So super easy to grate. And you can actually grate all your cheeses in the Thermomix like that. It will, even like tasty cheese and stuff like that, it will just grate that into tiny little balls. So it won't do grating as in the long strips of cheese. It will grate it like that. Okay, so now I'm meant to wash and dry my mixing bowl, which I am going to just give it a little rinse. I'm a bit of a rebel when it comes to washing and drying the mixing bowl. Just rinsed it. Transfer into a bowl. We've done that. Clean and dry the mixing bowl. We're not going to do that. And now we're going to put in an eschalot. And I actually bought eschalots today. You should feel privileged, guys, even though you aren't getting to taste this. A chef once told me that, I said, oh, I just put in brown onion. And he said, if it says eschalot, the person that wrote the recipe wants you to use an eschalot. I was like, oh, okay. So it does say you can substitute with onion if you can't get shallots as well. Anyway, now this is just going to chop this for 3 seconds. So again, we just hit play. Have a look at this. Go to the bowl, Rigo, when we go here. Oh, the whole spring onion, eschalot, and like shallots and what's the other one? Chives. Everyone gets very confused. I actually seen a picture, but it actually does change from state to state of what they call things as well. So yeah, even in Australia, let alone all over the world. There's my eschalot, all chopped up, literally 3 seconds. I'm going to scrape that down. And now with these instructions, I literally am just following the instruction that's on there. I'm not adding in any of my own skill or anything like that. But you definitely could. If you thought, oh, actually, no, I think that needs to be a little bit more chopped or a little bit more brown or whatever like that, then you also have got the control that you can do that with your Thermomix as well. Now I'm going to go in with some butter. And I probably went a little bit overboard there, but that's okay. A little bit of extra butter's really good. And some olive oil. There we go. Oh, the eschalot is getting to my eyes. Even though I didn't have to chop it, it's still hurting me. Okay, now this is just going to saute silently for 3 minutes. So I'm going to hit play. Now, the TM7 on, I think it's about speed 8 or less, is almost completely silent. So this is a mode that is on speed 1 and you can't hear it at all. I can hear that there's going to be some bubbling soon, that it's going to start boiling, but it's completely, there's no motor noise, okay? So that's one of the advantages of the TM7, that you know, you can have a sleeping baby right beside. When it's cooking, it's not going to make any noise whatsoever, which is actually great when we're doing online demos, because I used to have to kind of compete with the noise of the Thermomix, but now it's silent and I'm like, it's so calm. Anyway, let us quickly show you, well, I've got 3 minutes, Shane, and there's someone else in the waiting room as well, my love. Can we just explain Cookidoo in 3 minutes? Do you reckon that's enough time for Cookidoo, or what are we going to show them? Oh, yep, thanks. Cookidoo, right. So as I was saying before, Cookidoo is like your one-stop shop for Thermomix recipes. It's a little bit like Netflix for your Thermomix, and it is exactly the same as far as a subscription service as well. It is the cheapest subscription service that you'll have compared to Netflix and all of those things, and you will use it every day. So within Cookidoo, you can do your meal plans, you can have lists and stuff that, you know, of recipes that you want to try and all that kind of stuff. From your meal plan, you actually can connect that to Woolworths and do your online shopping, click and collect or online or delivery. And you can also tweak recipes that are already as guided recipes and create your own recipes. So you can make changes to make it your own, or you can have grandma's scone recipe or something, and you can actually fully convert it to Thermomix as well and have that in your Cookidoo and have it on there. Now, for our owners, we do have a Cookidoo session every month. We have a couple every month actually, and I will let you know of the details of how to register for those as well. But come along and learn a little bit more about Cookidoo if you have got a Thermomix already. Cookidoo is such a, I don't know, full website. There's so much stuff that you can do in there, and it really is like, you know, the more you learn about it, the more things that you'll see that you want to do in there. So obviously the meal planning is my favorite, and you know, you can really plan out what you're going to make. It really saves money when you actually do the meal planning and that kind of stuff as well, but also the mental load. So everyone talks about the money savings, but actually knowing what you're going to have for dinner saves that mental load of being, you know, trying to work out what the whole family's going to eat and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so our eschalot and our olive oil and our butter's been bubbling away in there for a couple of minutes, and now we're going to put in our risotto rice. So little tip, when you're buying risotto rice, make sure that you always look for an Italian risotto rice. This is a great brand and it's just from Woolworths, but just make sure that you yeah, it's definitely, the Italians know their stuff with the risotto rice. Any other rice you can buy local, but risotto rice has to be arborio rice. Okay, rightio, that's ticked, and that actually does tick off for you if you're being lazy and don't tick it. And now this is going to saute the rice for me for a couple of minutes. Oh, what am I doing, Shane? There we go. You've got to have the lid on straight, Gemma. Rightio. There we go. So 3 minutes. That's getting up to the highest temperature that we do, which is 160 degrees. And that's because we're on that high heat, gentle high heat setting. If you just come back to me, Shane, this Thermomix bowl is completely cool to touch. So even though that's boiling hot inside and the stainless steel walls that are inside there are hot to touch, this is completely cool to touch. So if you've got little fingers and stuff like that, it's much safer as well with that cool to touch outside. Shane, did we have another Cookidoo slide? Yeah. No. Oh, okay. So I did meal plans, shopping list. So once you've done your meal plan, you look at your shopping list. You can go to the cupboard. You can tick off what you've already got, and then you're left with what you need to buy. I thought I had a picture of that, but no, that's okay. Come back to me. It's fine. So once you've ticked off what you've got and worked out what you need, that then connects to a program called Whisk, and that connects you to Woolworths. So then you can do your Woolworths shopping, and it really helps with that, like I was saying, you know, not going and overspending, but also not having to go to the shops and think about what you're going to eat and all that kind of stuff. Um, Within Cookidoo too, if you've got any health concerns, or you know, you might be dairy free or something like that, you can work out which recipes are going to suit your family as well really easily, much more easily than flicking through a cookbook where you're actually trying to see, okay, what doesn't have dairy in it kind of thing, and stuff like that. So you can easily go to the tags, dairy free or whatever free you are, and it will bring up the recipes that will suit you as well. So it's a really good way of organizing the recipes as well. Cookidoo comes free with your Thermomix for the first 3 months. And then after that, it's $89 a year. So like I said, much cheaper than Netflix, and you will use it every single day. The other thing is that it does have an app. That's what I forgot. I knew there was something else that I had forgotten. It's got an app, so you can actually take Cookidoo everywhere with you. So you can be in Woolworths, if you haven't been super organized and you didn't have the meal plan ready for the week, you could actually be in Woolworths and you could see, okay, chicken thigh fillets are on special, say, and you could actually type in chicken thigh fillets and it would actually bring up some recipes that you could make. Or it's like taking all your cookbooks that you have to Woolies with you, and you go, oh, actually, I want to have that butter chicken tonight or whatever, and you can just go straight into the recipe and have a look at what ingredients you're going to need to buy on the spot if you haven't done a shopping list. So that's a real handy one. Sorry? Oh, yes. Shane just said, or you could just send the shopping list to him, which is what I normally do. So with the shopping list, you tick off what you want and then you can share it. And obviously he's the first one that comes up because I share it always to him. So yes. And your husband can grab your groceries on the way home. Doesn't really work with us, seeing as we both work from home. No one's on their way home, are they? But anyway. Okay, so this is ding to me again, so it needs me. All the time in between these steps, like these 3-minute steps, is where you can really use the time saving of having a Thermomix, because you don't need to be here stirring. If I was cooking this risotto on the stove, I would have to be here. I would be talking to you probably, but I would have to be stirring and I'd have to be here. If I was cooking this risotto and you guys weren't here, I'd be sitting at my desk doing some work, or you know, talking to the kids, or, you know, something like that. So that's where your time saving comes in with the Thermomix. You can multitask, constantly multitask. Okay, I've done that. Thank you. I've put some wine in, and now it's going to do 2 more minutes. I'm going to give it a stir. Did it say stir? Look, see, I'm just going to put my own flair on it and give it a stir. I'm obsessed with stirring in the new Thermomix because it lets me, and the spatula is so much better for stirring. Okay, not to pay out the old spatula. Okay, 2 minutes, 160. So now that's going to saute that that rice back up to the temperature. Now when you're making this at home, make sure that when you scrape, you definitely lift up any of the rice off the bottom, okay? Because that's the bit that we're talking about when it says scrape the bottom. We really want to make sure that that rice is not stuck on the bottom, because it will burn, and you want that to deglaze when we put the water in, and it will not do it if the rice is stuck there. Rightio, that will be good. Oh dear, it's all happening tonight, isn't it? Rightio, I can hear banging of children's feet upstairs, which we just love. Oh, every time, I tell you, they never walk through that where that is upstairs until I'm online, and then they decide that they just like want to go like a herd of elephants over there. Okay, typical damn children. Anyway, so a nice big tablespoon of vegetable stock paste. Now, vegetable stock paste is the first thing first thing that you make in your Thermomix when you get it. It is absolutely fabulous. I was talking to a friend today who has had a Thermomix for a long time, and she forgot. Oh, she said, oh yeah, we used to do that, didn't we? And I was at Woolies with her, and she was buying vegetable stock, liquid stock, and I was like, stop! What are you doing? And yes, so we had the discussion in Woolies. I think I should just stand there at Woolworths in front of the stock aisle and just be like, okay, there is a better way. Stop. What are you doing? Would that be all right? Do you think Woolies would care? Anyway. I bag them out a lot. Okay, now we're going to put in some water. So we've put mushrooms. I was a bit lazy tonight and just bought already cut up mushrooms. And I'm going in with water and I'm looking for 720. You will notice that the Thermomix bowl actually fills up now, to show you how you're going with your, oh, a little bit extra is okay. It actually fills up so you can see how you're going with your maximum capacity as well. Ting, we've done, thanks. And now we scrape the bottom again just to make sure that rice is off now. I can go all the way around and I can feel that there's no rice there, so that's perfect. And we just want to make sure that that water is touching all the ingredients and there's no bits in there that aren't getting any love. We put the lid back on and we're now doing 13 minutes, 100 reverse. So the back of the Thermomix blade, when it's going clockwise, is quite sharp. When it's going in reverse, it's blunt. So it won't be chopping up those mushrooms or, you know, breaking up the rice because of the sharp blades. It's actually going in reverse and it's just stirring nicely. So a little bit like having a wooden spoon, which you would be doing if you were cooking this on the stove and you were standing there for hours doing that on the stove. And there we go. Now, another couple of things, if you just go back to the screen Shane, I'll just explain what you can do whilst something's cooking. So when this is cooking, because we're only, yeah, I was going to say, I wanted to check that before I did it. But because we're cooking up to 100 degrees, but we haven't got to 100 degrees yet, and we're less than speed 2, at any point you can actually lift the lid, it's not locked in, and give it a stir if you needed to, okay? As soon as you put the lid back on, it senses it and it starts cooking again. In some of the recipes, and when we're in what we call open lid cooking, you can actually take the lid off and it will continue cooking while you stir as well. So there's a few different methods, and more recipes are being made for that because that is a new feature for the TM7. Excuse me if I call it a TM6, which I have all day today, TM7. And so, yeah, like I said, more recipes are coming with that open lid cooking as well as our lid on cooking. Back to the screen because I've just got sidetracked there, sorry. While you're doing a cook, you can have a look at the screen and it can really give you a good idea of how much longer you've got to go and what you're up to. So you can see here is the active step and it's like, this is what we're aiming for. We're going to get to 100 degrees and this is what's happening. Currently, it's 55 degrees and this is how much longer we've got to go. And you can always just scroll like this and see what else we've got to do with this recipe. So if you, like Anne was saying, she was chopping the mushrooms, if you were back here before it had asked for mushrooms and you were doing that 3-minute step, you could quickly flick through and go, oh, okay, we need mushrooms, so I'll get them chopped up now in that 3-minute time as well. So that actually saves you a lot of time knowing what's happening there as well. Rightio. Now, also what you can do, can I have me back, Shane? I'm on, oh, just press 1. Am I doing this myself, am I? Oh, just when I thought I had a helper. Anyway, he's deserted me because apparently I need a thermo server. So when we're on the screen, or when we're cooking, if you want to hop out of the recipe, you can do that as well, all the way out. And, you know, you might want to just have a look at what you're going to cook for tomorrow night's dinner, or you might have something in the oven. So say if you cooked a bread to go with this, so maybe you did a dough before you cooked your risotto, you could actually have your timer on, which if you pull down, there's what we call the control panel. And in there, you can actually have a timer going. So your oven could be on timer. All your other bits and pieces are in there. It actually tells you what the recipe is that you're doing and can remind you of how everything's going in there. Now, I'm just trying to think how I get back to my recipe. I just press there. Yeah, there we go. And I'm back. I'm bookmarked. So there we go. Rightio. Now, thank you, Shane. Shane just got me a thermo server, which is still one of our host rewards, isn't it? It is still on the host rewards, isn't it, Joe? Yes. Thank you, Shane. Yes, okay. I didn't want to start on that because I knew we'd had new host rewards and I haven't had a good look at them yet, but As it suggests, as the name suggests, host rewards are the reward for hosting a Thermomix demo with one of the lovely Thermomix consultants on the screen tonight, or any Thermomix consultant. Doesn't have to be one on the screen, but you know, we prefer. And you get rewarded for introducing the Thermomix to a friend. So for a demonstration, you only need you and 2 people. You can also use our online demonstrations for this purpose as well. We have got this host reward until the end of August. Is that right, Joe? Yes, end of August. So you've got next month's cooking experience as well, where you can take advantage of this. Now we've got some really high ticket items on our host reward for this month only, or for this time only. So the Ovana pizza oven, which is amazing. You get a discount just for having a demo, but if a friend buys, you get even further discount on that. And also there's cast iron cookware in there as well. So there's lots of good stuff in there for sharing the Thermomix with your friends, which is what we want everybody to do, because there's only, I don't know how many of us, I forget the statistic, but we've only sold Thermomixes to 3% of New South Wales so far. So we've got a lot of work to do. So we need you guys out there telling everybody how great your Thermomix is, because we're not going to get around everybody. There's just not enough of us. Sorry? Yeah, 6% in Australia and only 3% in New South Wales, because we were a bit slow to the party, because when Thermomix first came, it was in Western Australia, so they got more. And then it was down in Victoria and Tasmania. There were chefs down in Tassie that went wild. So we were a bit late to the party, Joe, so we're a bit behind, but that's all right. We'll catch up. Oh, and there's more people in New South Wales. Thank you, Shane. So is there? Put more numbers. So there you go. And we outperform, but we still, as a percentage, we're not catching them. Yeah, that is a good point, Shane. I think Sydney's, the next 12 months we'll probably catch them up. Yeah. Okay. So what I was saying before about the thermo server is everybody needs a thermo server if you've got a Thermomix. So the thermo server keeps your food hot or cold for 2 hours, and it is the finishing step of your risotto is to sit it into a thermo server for 5 minutes, just to let it absorb that last little bit of liquid, and you must do that. So if you don't have a thermo server, you could leave it in the bowl, but you want to make sure just let it rest at the end as well. Shane, it brings me to a great segue about saying that there's not enough of us. What's our best payment option? Oh, thank you. So there's lots of payment options, but oh yeah, thank you, darling. Earning your Thermomix with $0 upfront, investing your time rather than your money, and getting a Thermomix, becoming a Thermomix consultant. Learn all about your Thermomix as you actually earn it and pay it off. So we've got really exciting offer coming very soon. So let us know if earning a Thermomix is something that you would consider, because yeah, you'll want to know about the offer that we've got coming up. So if you can't do that, you can, obviously there's lots of other options, and we'll just go through them now, Shane, because we've got 5 minutes. Gosh, have we got any other screens? Thank you. So as I said before, you can pay off your Thermomix. So we do have interest-free available, and we actually have got 2 interest-free partners. So Humm is our favourite, and it's just a personal favourite because I like the lady that works there. But and it is the only one I did a slide for because of that. Okay, so you know, it's a little bit of nepotism, but anyway. So buying your Thermomix with Humm, or Zip if you choose Zip, is a really great way to get it on your kitchen bench and pay it off with the money that you're actually saving with the Thermomix. So a new study has come out saying that the average Australian household can save over $100 with a Thermomix a month. So you definitely can pay your Thermomix off with what you, as an average household, would save. And it's even more if you're a household that buys a lot of takeaway and you decide to change some of those habits as well. So yeah, Humm is a great option to get your Thermomix now rather than having to save up for it. That's the only payment. Yeah, so Afterpay, PayPal, they're all there in there as well. But yeah, Humm is your interest free, and like I said, it is 24 months interest free. It's not fee free. You do pay a little bit extra if you go that way, but like everything, yeah, you get a little bit. You get a better deal if you pay cash. No, there is, it zips back, but yeah. Did you just miss what I just said then, Joe? Are you listening? No, it's the only one I did a slide for because I'm just trying to look after Anna from Humm because she's so lovely. We've got a connection at Humm who is the boss, the big boss of the place. And yeah, she's so lovely. If we say, "Oh, such and such has tried to apply for Humm, but they didn't do the right thing. They, I don't know, said I don't know, that they had 18 dependents, but they actually have one dependent who's 18 or something, made a mistake that meant, oh gosh, you're going to get declined. She's so good. She listens to people and really helps. So yes, we love her. So that's why I support Humm. But yes, that's just me. Anyway, now I need to answer some questions about the Thermomix that were asked for tonight's demo as well. So the warranty was a question. So the Thermomix comes with a 2-year all-inclusive warranty that covers everything, even if you drop it. So yeah, really great warranty. We do really good after-sales service beyond the 2 years as well. So we've got some people, like I know someone said, Trudy said that she had a TM5. We can still service TM5s and we do quite often as well. So yeah, we are back to not many Thermomixes having to go back to service and all that kind of stuff as well. Someone else actually asked, can we feed a family of 2 adults and 4 children in the Thermomix? And my quick answer is absolutely yes. But it's like everything. It would depend how much, like all the recipes are different, but you have got much more chance of feeding a family of 6, 4 children, 2 adults. Is that 6? Thank you, Shane. Oh dear. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Anyway, a family of 6. So obviously, like if you're going to do risotto, this would be plenty for a family of 6, okay? Even if they were quite big eaters, this would be enough. But if you've got a Thermomix, you literally could whip up a pizza dough and make, like just a salty pizza bread to go with the risotto to make it go further. Or, if you were cooking something that was actually at Varoma temperature, you could put the Varoma on, which is our steaming attachment that goes on the top of the Thermomix. And you could fill this with veggies and stuff to make the thing go further as well. Or because you're not having to stand and stir, if you really needed to, you could do 2 batches. Use your thermoserver, put it in the thermoserver, keep that one hot, and then do your next batch. So yeah, quick answer is yes. Long answer is also yes. And Rico just mentioned portion control. So all of the recipes do tell you how many they're for. And quite a lot of our recipes are able to be scaled up, and they're also being able to be scaled down. So if you're just cooking for 1 or 2 and you don't want to make risotto for 6, you can scale that down as well, which is quite handy. Now, not all of the recipes are tried and tested yet, but the recipe team is working on that. But yeah, that's one of the features of Cookidoo. When you go into your Cookidoo and you say, oh, I want to do risotto, but it's only me and my husband for tea tonight, you can go in, you can modify the recipe down to 2 people, and then that's a new recipe, basically, a 2-person risotto. Okay, now this is done, so we go next. And now our risotto is actually done. Are we quick tonight, Shane? What's the time check for me? Oh, yum. Smells so good. Risotto. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Exactly. Rightio. So, What's the time, Shane? Oh, 8:10. Look at me go. It's because I that's okay, Joe. I'm talking to you or Shane, really, you know. Now I'm going to put a bit of water in that, and I'll show you what we can do. So, a bit of water in there. We go to our. Oh, I need to put my lid on here because I want to show you that in a second. I'm just going to let that sit for a sec. I put my lid on and I go, next. Yes, we've done that. Thank you. Finished. It gives you a little ding. You finished your recipe. And it's like, oh, yay. Isn't that lovely? Go to the control panel and you can go pre-clean and you can tell the Thermomix how dirty or clean the bowl is. And I do have a little bit of browning because I didn't wash all that cheese out. So I've just put this onto pre-clean, silent until it starts washing around, but didn't used to be silent, never used to be able to do this at the end of a demo because it was making too much noise for me. So yeah, so that's now on pre-clean and you can now go and have dinner and the Thermomix is washing itself up. Okay, now I'm going to pour my cheese in. And we're not actually having this for tea tonight. We're having arancini balls tomorrow night with this. I know. I know. Oh, look at that. Rightio. I don't know if you can see that, but oh, there you go. So there's our risotto. I know it probably doesn't look that appetizing there. But it is actually a perfect risotto. As you can see, the liquid is just, that's how it's supposed to be. It's literally like just coming off the rice. It's absolutely perfect every time, which is always a win because, you know, if you're standing there stirring, there's lots of things that can go wrong and you can get distracted and all that. So we've completed our risotto. Now, questions. Has anyone got any questions that they want to ask me live? One of the other questions was, what's my favourite thing about the TM7? I have so many favourite things, and if you ever watch any of my videos, I always go, oh, my favourite thing is, and my favourite thing is, and my favourite thing is. And I mention like 3 or 4 things every time. I don't know what my favourite, all-time favourite thing. I think stirring it. I still can't get over that at any time I can take the lid off and give it a stir and then put the lid back on. Even though I haven't stirred anything for the last 11 years since I've had a Thermomix, I'm now really enjoying stirring, which is so weird. But it's quite funny because over the years, people have actually said to me at demos and stuff, oh, I actually really like cooking and I like stirring. And I've thought to myself, oh, you're an idiot. Like, you know, like that's, who likes stirring? But now I am that idiot. I like stirring. So who knew? But anyway, any other questions? Have we got anything in the chat? You guys have been so well behaved tonight. Nothing in the chat. Okay, well we'll say goodbye to our friends on where are we? YouTube, Instagram. I don't know. I've lost the plot.